What is going on, y'all? Welcome to the Thai Life channel. As you all know, my name is Min, and today I am going to be doing a slight extension on this client's nail by using freeform. And the reason why I'm going in with the freeform is because, she has really beautiful natural nails. And as a nail tech, I don't want to clip these nails off. They look really nice. And if she wants just a little bit of extension, and I'm just going to go in with the forms. I know sometimes form can be like intimidating because you got to put the paper on, and sometimes the paper doesn't really connect to the nails correctly. But as you can see, looking at this client's nails right here, her nails are really pretty. I mean, they look like they're going to form really well. So I'm just going to go ahead and start prepping her nails. And this design that I'm about to do on her is actually really pretty to me. What makes it look pretty is the chrome, but doing a French chrome is kind of different. When you do a chrome on the whole nails, you can just rub it onto the nail, but before you put the chrome on, you got to put the top coat on so that you can smear the chrome powder. But to do a French chrome, you got to put a top coat, making it into a French. So that gets a little bit complicated because it's hard to see the top coat and trying to draw the French at the same time. So that's what I am going to do in this videos. And hopefully you guys enjoy it as you guys are watching it. And we always like to share stories as we are doing tutorials so that we can all relate to what life really is for each other. Because we all human here, We all walk on the same ground, breathe the same air, and we all have one sky. But as you can see, I have finished putting the form on. It looks really clean. I am gonna go in with the acrylic. So the thing about form, I find it actually a lot faster and easier as a preparation compared to doing tips. Because with tips, you got to put on the tip, and you got to make sure you put on the tip straight, and you got to cut them down, match it, file it. The thing about form is that you're able to just form the shape, the acrylic, the thickness of the nails at the same times as you are doing the acrylic extension. So that's the best part. So as I am holding her finger doing this part of the application, I'm actually holding on to the sticker of the form really tight. The reason is somehow these form, it has a tendency to move once it has the monomer fume rising in the air. I just feel like it's like that. So I kind of hold it down, kind of firm, but please, you don't want to hold it too tight where there's no blood circulating through her finger, because that would be no good. So as I'm doing this acrylic, each of the form has the line. And what I'm going to do is I'm just going to ask the client how long you want your nail extension to be. So she would point out where the grid on the form. And all you have to do is just place your acrylic right on the line that she wanted it. So that's how easy it is to get each of the fingernails the same length. But of course, with all that being said, you do have to also measure two finger to make sure that it is even. The reason is that sometimes the grid that she picks out might not be all the same depending on the fingers of her nail, because some clients might have a shorter nail bed on certain fingers, and because of that you might have to extend a couple more line when you guys are doing the extension to even out the nails. But at this moment right here, my client is, she's excited because we didn't clip down her nails. And if you were a client, you would probably love having this procedure done on you right now. Because a lot of time, tips, it tend to pop off with the glue. And it just doesn't look as natural. So that's why the form goes well. And plus, you know, this client right here, she has event to go to. It's the holiday. And you know, holiday is the season where we just feel happy. You know, I'm very excited for the holidays because I get to spend time with my kids. But not just that. The holiday really brings me back my days when I was younger. You know, my dad was still around. So every single holiday, Christmas, me and him would go outside. We would put up the light, you know. And you know, it's funny. It doesn't matter how much light that we put on. It always looked like it's homemade light put on. And that's the best because you can hire all kind of people put on some nice light for you. And you can tell, oh, that looks clean. But when you know you and your dad are doing it, it always look like it's homemade. If you know what I'm talking about, then give me a thumbs up, y'all. But that's what I enjoy about the holiday season, you know. And so because of that, I always continue to put up the lights so my kids can see it. They don't really like go outside and be like, wow, this looks nice. But you know what? At least it's there. I want to create a good atmosphere for my family because that's always all about with the holiday. And that's why I enjoy it. Especially the clients. During the holiday, they have a lot of events, and I want to make sure that I'm able to produce a beautiful set for them so they can represent themselves. Especially, you know, around this time, people want to look fresh, want to look right. It's the end of the year. We want to end it the right way. So as a nail tech, you play a big part of helping people trying to end the year the right way. Just a simple set of nails. So after you guys doing a freeform, I highly recommend checking the bottom of the freeform. The reason why is the freeform sometimes have a tendency to create a leak under the acrylic and the form. That is a common thing that will happen. You can get a lot of nail tech telling you, oh, it shouldn't happen. Well, if it is, it's not the end of the world. Stop overreacting. All you have to do is get a needle bit and clean it, smooth it from the natural nail and the acrylic. And every time you clean under the nail, a lot of people always say, oh, you're going to damage the natural nail. I'm not even touching the natural nail. I am literally just filing down the acrylic to match with the nails. So that's why we should not be overly dramatic when we watch people do something. We should appreciate the fact that they're taking the time to take a look under the nail, all over the nail to make sure the nail is perfect. There's nothing wrong with over checking. And as a nail tech, you should also know how to use the drill bit so that you understand like, hey, I'm not really damaging the nail. Because the moment people see the fact that, oh, they're using the drill, it's going to damage your nail. No, that is only if you have a bad nail tech. A bad nail tech, and what is a bad nail tech? I'm not saying a bad nail tech. It's just a person who's not very experienced with the drill bit. Understanding how to use the electric drill is actually very important as a nail technician. In the days where there was no drill, we had to use a file. But the problem with the file is it's hard to get the file all the way down to the perfectly around the cuticles of the nails. That's what the drill bit comes in handy. But sometimes people have a hard time. Like they're too heavy-handed, they're too rough with the drill, and they can go in really deep. And next thing you know, you're going to create a very bad ring of fire. So that is why it's important, if you guys are using the drill, never place the drill in one spot too long on the fingernails, and never go in too deep with the drill. Always tap, tap, let go. Tap, tap, let go. That's the rhythm you got to have in your mind when you guys are doing the drill. So now, after all said and done, let's start that gold chrome that I was talking about. If you guys are still listening and still tuning in, which I truly appreciate it. So now, I'm going to try to do this French by using a top coat. Because you all know rubbing chrome onto the nails, you got to have a little top coat. When it's matte, the chrome doesn't really stay on. So as I am doing the French using the top coat, doing a French It's already hard trying to get all 10 fingers to be right. But imagine doing a French with a top coat. You can hardly see it because sometimes the light be hitting a certain direction and it's tough. I have to look like a certain way. And imagine at the end of the day, when after you done so many clients, your eyes getting tired and you got to start this French. So I had to rub it off because I couldn't see what I was going. And here's the thing about putting a French top coat first. Top coat have a tendency to kind of, shift, drip. So that's why I got to use this little thin brush, I'm going to try to smear it out and do a final check. You got to do a final check because once you put it in the light, it is done deal. So after that, I'm going to go in and rub that chrome on. So you just got to trust the process. That's at this moment right here is all about trusting the process. So that's what I did. As you can see, the chrome is coming out and it's forming the French. At this moment right here, y'all, I was excited because I was like, look, the hard part is over. The hard part was drawing the French. But sometimes doing the chrome can be scary because you don't know how it's going to turn out. You don't know. That's the hard part. Imagine you put the top coat on there and then you try to put the chrome on. It doesn't look right. You got to take it off. And by taking it off, sometimes you have to start over with the top coat again. So sometimes doing the chrome can be a little bit scary, but trust the process. I always highly recommend when it comes to doing design, take your time. There's no need to rush. There's no need to really speed up on anything. That's why I only do appointment. That's why my appointment system works because I give my clients so much time so that I can focus on executing one nails at a time. And that is where you have quality control over quantity. Because quantity, in the future, when you want quality client who really continue wanting you to provide service, you got to give them quality. Because quantity is going to show them oh man, he always or she always rush on me. So we don't want to make the client feel like that. So you got to take your time and at the end, trust the process. And when I am doing this chrome, y'all, I am doing it 2 coat. So this is the first coat of me putting this chrome French on. But first of all, I'm loving it, y'all. So once you put the chrome on, you got to put a top coat exactly where the French is at. Okay, you don't go over the top. You just put it where the French is at. And then what you're going to do is you're going to put in the second coat. And when you put in the second coat of chrome, not just making it shinier and more depth of the chrome, but it actually lasts longer. I have tried 1 coat of chrome and I got feedbacks telling me that, oh, my chrome is chipping apart, it's not staying on. I highly recommend doing 2 coats. So each coat that you do, you got to put a top coat on. So yeah, we did run the top coat again, but making sure what I also did was I kind of clean around the chrome, making sure the chrome is nice. So you see how I'm putting top coat on just around the chrome area, and also making sure that you have a separate top coat. Don't use the same bottle of top coat that you use on polish and your chrome. Make sure you have a top coat just for the chrome, because once you use the top coat on the chrome, your top coat bottle is going to be very dusty with the chrome powder. So I just have this bottle right here, and I'm going to keep it just for the chrome. So I kind of put a sign on it. I put a little logo so I know this is the top coat that I'm only using for the chrome. Because if you mix your chrome top coat and your regular top coat, you're going to end up getting dust on your polish, and that's just going to create more hassle. So now after I put the top coat onto the top of the French, I am going to go in with more top coat, but this time I'm just filling it in the gap, because I didn't want to put a big old slob of top coat and mess up this French. So this moment right here, is easy, but it takes a lot of steps. Okay, this nail design is not hard. It's just a lot of steps, and you got to be careful because you're dealing with dust. And at the end of the result, you want to make sure that your product's coming out kind of clean. You don't want to be like, oh my God, it's so dusty. Why is there dust chrome everywhere? You don't want that. So me going in with the top coat on the lining, that is just going to create some more depth around the French. I want to make sure that French looks solid, because imagine this set right here is so bougie. You can rock this on any holiday, y'all, even in the summer. This right here is the first time I ever done a chrome gold French, and honestly, I love it. I mean, can you imagine going to a party holding a glass of champagne? All that. So now I'm going to add a nice light pink over there. See, I'm not even done yet. The chrome is done. So now I got the hard part of the way. This is the easy part. I'm just going to go in and put this light chrome right there. And I'm just going to go ahead and make that base nice and soft pink. And of course, after this, you also got to put a top coat on there. And like again, y'all, I recommend you guys trying this for your clients because it is clean. I mean, just imagine, like I said earlier, holding a champagne, whatever you guys holding, that's your personal business. But this set is cool. I hope y'all like it. Thank you for watching, and I hope you guys enjoying your holiday. You know, go out there, make some money. That's the result right there, y'all. That is clean. I love it. And thank you for watching. I appreciate y'all for all the support, all the subscription. And if you haven't subscribed yet, go ahead and subscribe. It's all free, and I post video about nails, teach y'all about nail, everyday life, all that. Have a good one, y'all. See y'all on my next. What is going